So good afternoon, October the 18th, 2013. This is CISG114, Section 2, Web Technology and Life, the second class in week number 5. Let's get started. So good afternoon, welcome back, and please be seated with your pair member, 2 persons per table, okay? Not 4. So you need to have 2 persons per table. You have 2 pairs here, right? So you might have to move over there, 1 pair, and the other pair, yes. All right, so let's see, we have 1 table lacking. It's okay, thank you. So here we go. Your member is not coming yet, right? Your member is not. Is coming. Okay, I'll let you hold there. Okay, let you hold there. So we are sort of 1 table. It's okay. So that's my table over there, but it's okay. May I just invite you, okay, to pay attention to what we need to do from this week onward to the end of October, which is learning contract number 2 that I have introduced to you in the last class of this week. And remember, what I would like you to do is to do self-regulated learning. And when we talk about self-regulated learning as of last class, we mean it's an ability which is going to be developed in you containing 4 specific areas of task management. Okay, what you're going to do today on the first half hour is to have a very serious meeting with your learning partner to nail down a schedule on how you're going to get the work accomplished based on the 4 areas of task management. So beginning with almost 3:30, okay, you will have a meeting about 15 minutes, okay, to talk with your learning partner. Now let's go backward. In the second half hour, we are going to have 2 pairs today to share with us the learning of last week. I remember it's pair number 6 and pair number 7. So we have 2 pairs here. So I need to make sure that I have enough time for this 2 pairs. Another 15 minutes, okay? So we have a very interesting schedule today. So in the first half hour, which is now, what I would like to do is to remind you the first time that many of you have not done the student experience survey of learning contract number 1 yet, as I checked this morning, okay? You have to do it because this is a very critical moment that you need to finish the survey on student learning experience for your first learning contract. Based on your feedback, I'm going to report to you next week on what we are going to do, okay? If you do not do it, I do not have your feedback. It's very hard for us to steer our course, okay? Your feedback is very important, so make sure you spend some time tonight to finish the survey. And I'm going to remind you one more time towards the end of today's class. And remember, on day number 9, which is the last class, we actually went back to the core topics of this course, web technology and life, because in between we have spent time enough to cover 4 common modules. And one of the important modules is information literacy. When I look at your discussion details, look at the journals, a lot of you have already selected this topic. That's very good. Now, we are going to do in this remaining 20 minutes is to walk you through 2 important topics in Web 2.0. The topic called social media and the topic called social networking science. Okay? And I was reminded this morning that something very interesting happened in Macau and also in Hong Kong in the past 3 weeks, which has something to do with that. And the famous story in Hong Kong is the lady squatting her boyfriend kneeling down in front of her in a particular area in Hong Kong 13 times, right? And then, unfortunately, a Macau girl with a face very similar to that lady was recognized living in the MTR in Hong Kong, and people thought that she was the lady. And they have done some very interesting thing on social media to trace who she was, and done a lot of cyberbullying to her. Now that is very interesting things on social networking side and social media. So now I'm not trying to suggest this is something we have to do, but what I'm trying to tell you is we need to go back to the very basic to help you review what is meant by social media, and then we go to social networking side. And at the end of each video, you need to take notes, you need to discuss with the learning member, and then we have a round of sharing, about 1 minute per table. Okay, let's go.
Social media is a big thing. What's it all about? This is social media in plain English. Let's take a visit to Scoopville, a town that's famous for ice cream. For over 20 years, Big Ice Cream Company has been making high-quality ice cream for the big factory in town. A few years back, the company did focus groups and found out that they could maximize profits by offering 3 flavors: chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. The residents of the town were content. They never thought it could be different. Then something happened in Scoopville. A new invention came to town. Suddenly, everyone could make their own ice cream for only a few dollars. This changed everything. The Smiths decided to make pineapple ice cream. The Joneses made ice cream with pecans. Soon, every kind of ice cream imaginable was being made by Scoopville's residents at very little cost. Of course, some ice cream was more popular than others, and that was okay. Sylvia's pickle ice cream had a very small but loyal following. That was fine. She only needed enough income to buy ingredients for her next batch. Jarrett's red velvet ice cream became so famous, he created his own store. Over time, people started to think differently about ice cream. It didn't always come from a factory. It also came from friends and neighbors. It became something to share, something to bring people together, something to celebrate. Big Ice Cream Company still made the best vanilla around, and to their surprise, demand even grew. But it was the unique, original, and authentic flavors made by the residents that brought people to Scoopville. When they arrived, however, there seemed to be a problem. There were too many flavors. Visitors felt overwhelmed. They needed ways to find the new, the popular, the flavors that were interesting to them. Franklin had an idea for his ice cream. Outside his house, he erected a board and invited his customers to share their thoughts on his ice cream. They could use words to describe it, stars to rate it, and leave messages for others. People loved it. At a glance, visitors could tell what his ice cream was all about and learn from people like them. Over time, each resident had their own board. Sylvia's board showed that her pickle ice cream didn't please everyone, but was very unique and interesting. Jarrett's board overflowed with positive reviews and ratings. Soon, a few things became clear. First, their ice cream got better because they could learn directly from customers. Second, free customer reviews were more valuable than costly advertising. And third, the boards created a way for customers to find exactly what they wanted. The combination of new technology and new ways to work with customers helped the residents feel like a unique community. So, this is social ice cream, by the people, for the people. It turns out that ice cream and social media have a lot in common. Today, everyone has a chance to make their own flavors, thanks to free tools like blogs, podcasts, and video sharing. Plus, we now have new ways for real people to play a role in providing feedback, organization, and promotion. Whether you're a big, established company, an individual with loyal fans, or simply someone with ideas and opinions, social media means new opportunities to create and communicate with people that care. New tools are arriving in cities and towns around the world. When this change comes to your neighborhood, the choice is yours. What flavors will you make? I'm Lee Lefevre, and this has been Social Media in Plain English on the Common Craft Show. One more thing. The Common Craft store now offers downloadable versions of our videos for use in the workplace. Find them at commoncraft.com/store.
Okay, you watched the first video, which is about social media. It is about the story of selling ice creams, okay? I would like to put some thought into this video and think, what's the concept behind? And what is the real idea behind introducing this video as the important lessons behind social media? Do you see the point here? Now, please think about this with your learning partner. I give you at least 3 minutes time. It's a very interesting thing. It's about individuals participating. Would you please come here? Yes. Or you can come here, yes.
the two of you might come here. You think it's too crowded, okay? We have one table left. So think about this. It's very interesting. It's the idea of social media, but it was introduced to you through this video in the context of a story of ice cream productions and promotion and what? Think about it. 3 minutes. And I'm going to invite you to share your interpretations. Think about this, okay? It's the ice cream in the making. So, we're going to invite you to share. What's the concept behind? Yes, you might want to use a piece of paper to join down some ideas. So I want you to try to tell the story when you do the sharing in 1 to 2 minutes, okay? How does it work? How does it work? And what is the concept behind this? Yes, very good. Very good. You have to think about the story behind the idea and the methods used behind the scenes. Yes. You have 3 minutes. We need to make the best use of time because we have so many things to do in each class, particularly today's class. How does it work? How does ice cream productions and selling of ice creams factor into the context of social media? After the introductions of this video, I invite my student to tell the stories behind this ice cream making through the context of social media. And I would like to see how they put things together and tell the story from their perspective. So in a minute, we're going to hear. Where you can actually imagine each one of the tables here is going to produce some ice creams. And how do you know that your ice creams are being liked by others? Well, in that case, you need to move back to your table. So, Juliana and Kara, you might want to move back to your table. Yes. Thank you very much. So we have almost 10 ice cream makers here. They're producing ideas on ice creams. How does it work in context of social media? So here we go. Lisandra, could you help us to tell the stories of this ice cream making? And how is it related to social media?
The ice cream was made in Scoopville,
Okay.
and then we discussed that Scoopville is the world,
Okay.
so it's a metaphor for the world. And then the people who started making the ice cream, in fact, they used ice cream as a metaphor
All right.
for websites and the content. So more and more people created more ice creams, like more flavors. So they added more things to their websites, like they created blogs, podcasts, and videos. And then
That's excellent.
suddenly more and more people started going to Scoopville, the web or the world.
All right.
Yeah. And then the people also got the feedback
Okay.
because of those people visiting Scoopville. And then the feedback helped because it understood the people in Scoopville, the people creating those content, understood what people visiting wanted, so they
Yes.
could sort of work together
Okay.
to satisfy each other's wants.
So they actually collect a lot of the user preferences and then use it as the basis to develop something more
Yeah.
to attract more people. Wow, that's very good. I very much appreciate your storytelling and pitching, very interesting. Could you pass the microphone to the table of your choice? Yes, pass it on. Pass it on. Very good. Peter, and yes, what about your versions of the stories on the ice cream making?
I think the social networking is like ice cream machine. Every one of us can use it to produce some ice cream of our own flavors, but we don't know if others will like our flavors. So we use the comments to have our feedback. We like the board in the video. Others can just show their comments, like the rank or their description, and the bloggers or the owner of the ice cream will know others' ideas, so they can get their ice cream promotion. They can promote the content in their blogs, podcasts, and videos.
Okay, so comments are very important, right? Comments come from the customers. Okay, they just tell directly the producer what they want. So the producer will take the comments and use the basis to further develop the ice creams. So it's very good. Thank you very much, Peter. So yes, you want to pass this table? Yes, okay. So help us to understand your interpretations of the ice cream making. Yes, thank you. Introduce yourself, please.
I think in the video,
Okay.
they show me the ice cream has different tasting
Okay.
and color.
Okay.
And if people like one of them, they will show in the blog, in the video, or the posting.
Okay.
And ice cream have many interesting and popular news.
Okay.
Text. So the video show people
Yes.
people
So
if they eat ice cream,
yes.
and they have many choice.
Okay, that means people's choices of lights are transformed into something that will become a service or product from the production of the ice creams. So in the context of social media, it's just like we're transforming people's preferences into something that website or the media is going to provide, so you will come back. The most important thing is you will come back, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what's your name?
My name is Diego.
Diego, thank you, Diego. All right, please pass the microphone to a table of your choice. Yes, yes. Yes, please help us to understand your interpretations. of the-
When we watch the video, in the video we use ice cream vegan.
Yes.
It's mentioned that how we use social media to connect people's life
Right.
and make the people who use social networking can communicate more easy with others.
Okay.
That just like the ice cream owners can use blog to know others' ideas.
Okay. So that means each of the ice cream production company, or you could say unit, is actually has a mechanism for people to express the likes or preferences. So because of that, they could, in a sense, understand who is going to like what, right? In a sense that it's a way for people to tell the production unit what they need to do. Okay, so it's a social media because everybody is using the same method to share information. Okay, could you pass the microphone to one table of the choice? Yes, thank you.
In the video,
Okay,
we know that social media is like the ice cream company.
Okay.
We can choose what we like reading on the internet.
Okay.
More comments can make the media become stronger and stronger, so that people can know the media. For example, click-through rate of a video script is in YouTube is very important. One thing is people can know the popular video and share with their friends.
Okay.
And one thing is to make the media reputation increase.
Okay, so it's a very important medium to exchange ideas. All right, so what's your name?
My name is Karen.
Karen, thank you. All right, and any other table of your choice? Yes? Just go ahead, select a table of your choice. Yes, pass to the... You do have a microphone already. Okay, that's good, that's good. Oh, take the microphone, boys. Can you tell us your story, your interpretations? Yes, don't worry. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you.
We watch the video. We know that people sell some of ice cream in the social networking. Then even more people know that what taste of ice cream is coming.
Okay.
Use okay.
So does it mean that if you want to have a special kind of ice cream, you can also have a one-way express it, and then some of the unit is going to pick it up and do it for you, right? So somewhat like marketing channels or collection channels of ideas. So what kind of ice cream do you want to eat?
Strawberry.
Okay, if you want strawberry, so based on the video, how do you make it known to the people who is making the ice cream? Do you remember that? How do you make it known to the people if you want strawberry ice cream? What do they provide for you to tell them?
Share the common
Yes, share the comments, right?
website.
A website. And what do they produce for you to share that comments? Do you remember? Each of the production unit has something called somewhat like a scoreboard, okay? A scoreboard have a column called comments, and there's something called what? Yes. Yes, anyway. But you know the idea. The idea is in order to provide one method for people to express their preference, they did provide a mechanism for them to fill up some information, right? So thank you very much. What's your name?
Sam.
Sam, thank you. So could you pass the microphone to one table of your choice? Yes. Thank you very much.
Our interpretations of the ice cream factory is like a blank web page that no one has touched. And the different flavors means that different kinds of web page that you can see funny things, comparison things.
Yes.
And the people coming and commenting on the page is just like the people viewing the page and rating the page if it's good or not. And that's the interpretation of the social media.
Okay, that's very interesting because it's everybody's business, right? When you provide the preference on one scoreboard, everybody's looking at it. Just like this restaurant is famous for steak, and the other restaurant is famous for fan or something like this. All right. So what about the microphone to the other side of the table? Do you have anything to say? Yes. Thank you.
The video who use ice cream factories to explain the concept of the social networking.
All right.
I think that at first the websites are just for people to use, but they cannot create their own websites. So after that, the social networking let the people to create their own websites, upload their own videos, and etc. So just like making their own papers in the video. I think that nowadays the text, the comments and the rating is a very useful thing for people to look for their own
Yes.
own choice. What they want to know, and also it is also a basis for people to make better
Yes.
videos, websites, and blog posts in the future. I think social networking is very useful.
I think you make a very good point. One, I like your idea that since we have so many different units, they would like to do something similar. And they may not have the technology or skill, but some other unit is going to set up the mechanisms, and we just need to use them, all right? So when we use the mechanisms to do this kind of service or data collections, then the next thing you mentioned is rating. The rating concept is to give the customer the chance to evaluate a product and make public their preferences. So today, just like me, when I would like to buy a book from a particular online store, I would also look at the rating of people to see if this is a very good book, commented by other people. So the two things you mentioned is very good. The services provided by other units, so that other production unit, like the ice cream company, could use to do what? Rating. Rating means what? Collections of customers' preferences. And so that you, based on this data, you can do a better job in production. So thank you very much. So what about tables? Like here, could you pass the microphone to tables here or there? Because they do not have the microphones here. Right here, right here, right here, right here. Yes, up to you, up to you. All right. So the two ladies there, yes, introduce yourself, please.
I'm Kay.
Kay, thank you.
I think that posting something is like producing ice creams
All right.
on the social media. If you want to attract more people to buy the ice creams, you need to make ice creams to be more colorful and tasty.
Okay.
That means if you want your videos to be more popular, you should make them to be more interesting.
Yes, interesting to the persons who's going to use them, right?
Yes.
So how do you make it interesting? How do you know?
I think interesting.
You collect ideas from the people who will say if it is interesting, right? You collect ideas. Okay, that's very good. Could you pass the microphone to tables around you? Yes. Yes, thank you, Juliana.
Yes, I'm Juliana. In the video, I think that people use the same social website. Just like people choose which type ice cream you like. Because ice cream have different types. The most type of ice cream is meaning that is the most famous. You can choose different type topic in the website to share your comments, just like you can choose different type of ice cream, and you can share your comment or information to in the website to communicate it with your friends.
Okay, that's very important. Yes, any other comments, Kara?
I think, yeah, there's a lot of ice cream we can choose, but we need to watch out the ice cream sometimes.
Okay, so in what way?
Because a lot of ice cream have their advantage or disadvantage for us.
Okay, so how is it related to social media? Maybe I just have to add something because we're talking about social media and the ice cream making is just an
Maybe I'll think
example.
about it
Okay,
and
thank
talk
you.
later.
Would you please pass the microphone to a table of good choice? Yes, thank you very much. Just help us to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Mario.
Mario, yes?
Yes. And I think nowadays social networking is a very important platform of the advertising in the world.
Okay.
And everyone can share your products on the website. And if your products are good, and the comments will be positive. And then people will buy your things so that you can get the profit and promote your business.
Okay. So you put the emphasis on social networking, right? Okay, there's one way we're getting into it. So lastly, we come to this table. Could you pass the microphone to this table, David's table? Any microphone left on your table? Yes. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mario, for passing the microphone. Yes, David.
My name is David. From this video, I think the ice cream is just a reflection of the data on the internet.
Okay.
I think the results, the data on the internet is spread widely because of the benefits of the Web 2.0.
Okay, you nailed down the Web 2.0. Yes, it's very good.
Yeah, because this is revolutions of the internet.
Okay.
People can transmit their information to each other.
Okay.
And by someone's suggestions or recommend, the people who make these informations can improve. And the people who receive these informations can know which of the information really that he needs.
Okay, that's the essence of the social media, right?
Yeah.
Because it's something like a media everybody can get hold of. Thank you very much, David. Now, since many of you would like to get into social networking very soon, so I'm going to get you the social networking piece, and let's see if you can talk about a story to tell a much more coherent one. So we just watched the social media one, so let's go to the social networking story.
Networks get things done. Whether it's sending a letter or lighting your home, networks make it happen. To get from Chicago to Santa Fe, we need to see the network of roads that will get us there. We see that Chicago is connected to St. Louis, which is connected to Dallas, which is connected to Santa Fe. Of course, people networks can help us with finding jobs, meeting new friends, and finding partners. You know how it works. Bob is your friend, and he knows Sally, and Sally's friend Joe has a job for you. This is a network of people, a social network. Yay! The problem with social networks in the real world is that most of the connections between people are hidden. Your network may have huge potential, but it's only as valuable as the people and the connections that you can see. Ooh! This problem is being solved by a type of website called a social networking site. These websites help you see connections that are hidden in the real world. Here's how it works. You sign up for a free account and fill out your profile. Then you look for people you know. When you find someone, you click a button that says Add as Friend. Once you do this, you and that person have a connection on the website that others can see. They are a member of your network, and you are a member of theirs. What's really cool is that you can see who your friends know and who your friends' friends know. You're no longer a stranger, so you can contact them more easily. This solves a real-world problem because your network has hidden opportunities. Social networking sites make these connections between people visible. Like a map for a highway, they show you the people network that can help you get to your next destination, whether it's a job, a new partner, or a great place to live. Your network is suddenly more useful. You can get started at these sites: LinkedIn, Facebook, and MySpace. I'm Lee Lefevre, and this has been Social Networking in Plain English on the Common Craft Show.
So you have watched the two-song video.
What are you doing? It's one of the first questions we often ask
try
families.
to stop it first.
Even if the answer is just mowing the lawn or cooking dinner, it's interesting to us. It makes us feel connected and a part of each other's lives.
There's a Twitter later on. Let's talk about Twitter later on. Okay? So, in the past 20 minutes, we went through two very specific videos. We spent time thinking about the first one, social media, and in the process of collecting ideas and listening to your storytelling of the first one, many of you have mentioned social networks. Okay? And in this very short 1.5-minute video, they very much talk about social networking site.
And you talk about network in terms of people's connection, friends, making friends. Well, in comparison to the first one, which is very much on the media, right? Ice cream production unit, they use some kind of tools to collect ideas from the customers, and when the idea collected, they use it the same to produce something better, or better say, which is more palatable to the customer's needs. So these are the two very important contexts that we have helped you to understand a little bit more today. Now think back on Tuesday. We chose to talk about the blogs. We chose to talk about the wiki. Okay? So I would like you to, let's see the time we have here. I'm going to come back to the wiki with about 10 minutes elaborations after the sharing of the two pairs now. So which pair go first? So pair 6 or pair 7? Either you want to go first, right? Okay, so you just manage your sharing material on the computer with some Microsoft Word there. Alright, so and then your pair 7, right? Okay, go ahead. And then pair 6 comes later. So today we're privileged to have two pairs doing the sharing of knowledge learning. Alright, so you want to continue with that Word document? Ready? Yeah. Let me just pass the microphone.
The topic I want to share today is about information literacy, because I think that after the last week class, most of us may not fully understand the information literacy, so I want to share some of my ideas about it. Information literacy is a kind of skills people need to master to search, evaluate, or analyze the information they get. It's obvious that the 21st century is a digital age, because most of the data is exploring. The big data is the best example of it. So students are obliged to get more information from other sources instead of relying on our textbooks, teachers. Learning how to acquire information has become a must. And I think information literacy can be used in several ways. Firstly, we can learn to use the library effectively and find our recommended materials. In library, there are always some library experts who are willing to give us help. And I opened the library homepage of UN. We can find the information from the databases. Can everyone see it? Databases. There are lots of useful information from here, and this is kind of it. E-journals and e-journals is also part of it. And today I want to introduce major database like LexisNexis. It is very useful because it provides access to a wide range of news, business, legal, and reference information. Most of us have two assignments with a lot of data. We need to surf the internet and to find some useful references. And this database can provide us with a lot of it. The data mixes. This is none of it. So the problem just come up. Sometimes we can get references, but we often doubt whether it is reliable. And Wikipedia, Google may help a lot, but the information we found lacks believable references. It means that we should not only master skills to search, but critically evaluate any information found. We need to search for enough references, compare our results to others, and find the troubles. So, what kind of webs can we believe? If the website has the URL of the website is like the .org.edu, .gov, it means it's from the organization, educational organization and the government. It is more reliable than Google or Wikipedia. And at last, I think information literacy also includes the ability to create new knowledge, like doing a new research with technical skills. People need to learn to reflect on what we have learned and observe new information from it. We also collect new to the previous one and learn to evaluate the new information. So when we just have to firstly, we have to define our task. We should know what we have learned, and then we have to identify the options. There are lots of options for us to choose. Then we need to select sources. We can use the sources I have mentioned before. And then after we have got the sources, we need to analyze the contents. Like I have said, what is most reliable.
Yes.
And at last, we need to present our findings to our group members to share. And you know that when more people get together, we will have more ideas about it. So that's all. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Ida, for very interesting sharing. Yes, because of the time constraint, actually, I would like to invite individual here to pass the question to you. Maybe they'll pass the question to you through your discussion forum. Okay, thank you. So we come to pair number 6. David, so do you need some extra material in order to do the sharing? And you can just stand up. All right, so thank you, David.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jason.
All right.
Our topic is information competence. In this week, I found many information materials about information competence.
Yes.
I will select one to talk about. This information material introduces information competence, and it can be divided into 4 parts.
Right.
First of all, the author introduces what the information competence is. Moreover, the author told us that as a teacher in college, helps teach student information competence. Besides, the author discussed whether information is a work for students. Obviously, many universities and colleges have information competence programs. Last but not least, the author answered the questions that what should students do in meantime.
Very good.
I analyze that information competence is the ability to recognize when information is needed and have the ability to locate it, evaluate, and use effectively the needed information. There is no doubt that information competence is one of the most important skills for college students because information competence enhances your own curriculums and produce students who actively participate in class discussion and who ask questions. Actually, according to the fact that many university and college have information competence programs, we can draw the conclusion that our society think highly of information of competence. So as the university students, we should do it and in the meantime.
Very good. You did a very good job. Now, are you going to show us the video now?
I have something to share.
All right. Good.
It's questions. What is the difference between traditional method to master knowledge and that's by information competency?
Okay.
The traditional learning method just teach you learning what it is. However, by handling information competency, you could have critical thinking and know how to evaluate information. Not only should we learn what it is, but more importantly, we are supposed to enhance our ability of divergent thinking.
Divergent thinking, very interesting.
Try to catch something hidden behind the external of the information. And that is what we should do for better catch to the information resource.
Okay.
And that is the video to tell us what we
Yes.
can benefit from the information in competency and what should we do.
That's very good. Can we watch the video now?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to Leo's Graduate College's online course, Information Competency and Library Use. I'm Laurel Ann Knowles, and I've been the librarian at Leo's for over 13 years. I developed this course and began to teach it in the summer of 2009, and I hope not only that it will fulfill Saybrook University's research competence requirement for you, but also that you will learn about resources that will help you in the future, whether you're working on an academic paper, article, or presentation, or if you're looking for information for yourself or for someone else who you're trying to help. This course will also teach you to cite sources according to the rules of the American Psychological Association, a skill you will need during the rest of your time at Leo's, and if you continue your academic career. Some of you might have well-developed research and citation skills already, and for you, this course should be a quick and easy review. Others will discover new information resources and acquire new research, citation, and annotation skills. I hope that you will all feel free to contact me with any questions you may have as soon as they arise. And once more, the warmest of welcomes to Leo's.
Wow, I think it's very interesting and very much consistent with what we have been doing in information literacy. And thank you very much for showing us this short and very relevant video. Do you have other things to add on to your sharing?
No.
Thank you, David. And your partner's name?
Jason.
Jason. Thank you, David and Jason. So now let's go back to our class. As I said, we have a very tight schedule today, but fortunately, because of your cooperation, we do have 7 or 8 minutes in surplus for the second half hour. Now let me ask you this very important question, because it's very important that when we start a new period of our study for this week, because we're 3 more weeks, including this week, to end with the second learning contract. And the second learning contract is very much based on self-regulated learning. Now, which is built on top of inquiry-based learning. But what are the extra components you need to be aware of when you do self-regulated learning? Remember, on Tuesday, when I first introduced to you the teacher's message, there are 4 areas of task management that is very much important for you to handle, or better say, to master, to become your competency. That is, remember, you do not have all the time you need when you do a piece of work. Okay? So if you're a perfectionist, it's very hard for you to handle it because you want to do everything to very perfect. You just have not more than 4 weeks at most, not more than 4 weeks time, because normally at the end of the first week, I will add from 1 to 5 days to you, okay, to submit your work. Just like what happened last week. You're supposed to submit on October the 11th, but eventually the last day is October the 16th. Now, if you have that experience in the last learning contract that you did not start doing your work until after October the 11th, then this time remember not to do it again, because the first day for you to submit your work, and it's supposed to be the last day, is November the 1st. Today is October the 18th, right? When you count from October the 18th to November the 1st, it's really just 3 weeks time. So if you count 5 more days from November the 1st to November the 6th, you will have probably 4 weeks time. Okay, so this is the first constraint you need to remember, your timeline, okay? This is the timeline. The second thing you need to do is, beside the timeline, you need to understand the requirements of the second learning contract. And as I mentioned, it's basically not much different from the first learning contract, except for the fact that this time we're really into the core topics of this course, web technology and life. So you need to look at the core topics in the week of number 5 this week, in the week of number 6 next week, and then in the week of number 7 the week after next week. Look at the core topics, and you will have 3 weeks reading lists, remember? And in each week's reading list, this time a little bit more challenging from the first learning contract is you must select from the reading list of this week, if there are 3 chunks of information there, 1 from each chunk, okay? So if you look at the reading list for week number 5, let me just go back there. Reading list for week number 5. Here we go. So we have how many chunks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What does it mean? In the first learning contract, no matter how many chunks are there, you just need 1 topic from 1 chunk, okay? But in the second learning contract, if you have 6 chunks here, you must select 1 topic from each chunk. Now, the interesting thing and the fortunate thing is, when you look at the week number 5, it includes 2 topics. Week number 6, it includes 2 topics, and they have 1 topic overlapping. That means if you need the 1 chunk per week, you actually done half of the next week. Okay? So the challenge is, you must manage to do 1 topic per chunk per week. And the first challenge today before you go, as I said, you must have a meeting, is to count the number of chunks there over the 3 weeks time. Okay? And you must select. This is a very interesting hint. Okay? Normally, I allow my student to do 3 chunks per week. That would be good enough. Okay? In this, they have how many chunks there? 6. Actually, if you look at week number 6, half of the chunks are included in week number 6 too. So you select 3 chunks, 3 topic 1 week, and 3 topic in the second week if they are actually 3 chunks. Okay? So at most they're 9 chunks. That means 9 topics. So what I would like you to do today is to discover how many topics you need to get accomplished in your discussion. Okay? And then how are you going to plan to get them done with the 3 weeks or 4 weeks ahead of you? That means you are not going to waste your time unnecessarily. It's an efficiency challenge. Okay? If you waste your time procrastinating, you will not have enough time to do all of these. And then remember, for those of you who have already read your email, I've already given you a lot of feedback on your journals, on your discussion forum these 2 days. I really set overnight to finish that because I do not want you to commit the same mistakes again. But I do not call it mistakes, all right? I just call it you need to learn to do the right job. So I would like you to use the remaining 20 minutes now to have a meeting with your learning partner, very serious meeting. Look up the information with your mobile devices, or I can walk you through some of this, and you know how much work you need to do. Okay? Basically, you need to exercise your choice and do what topic. Alright? So, and you follow the journal and the discussion format that I suggest. You know how much work you need to spend or do in the process. And that is a challenge. Okay? Time is a resource. Effort is the second. And how do you manage to do all of these? Okay? So let's take a look at it here. This is week number 5. Because of the topics overlapping, you have 6 chunks here. And then, let's take a look at week number 6. You can see a lot of the topics are overlapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? That's good if you have already done your week number 5. In week number 6, you need just to do 2. Right? Because the other you've already done it. And then week number 7. How many chunks do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And it overlaps with week number 6. So basically, it's definitely fewer than 7 or 8. So you need to check it out, and you need to use your first learning contracts experience. How much time do you need in order to finish one journal for one topic? And use that as the basis to measure how much time you need to finish journaling one topic, and after you journal one topic, how much time you need to finish discussions of that topic with your learning partner. Okay, and then you have the data, and then you have to calculate into your amount of effort. And remember, at the very beginning of the semester, I suggest between 4 hours and 6 hours a week. Okay, so you now have to use the first learning contracts data collected for yourself and ask yourself, is it enough time for us to do it? Okay, and how are we going to select topic? Okay, which topic should we select? So now you have 20 minutes to do your meeting with your learning partner, and you have on each table 2 pieces of blue paper. This is for you to write your meeting minutes, decision made. But you need to gather data. Data can be gathered from your computer when you look at the website, and then you need to talk to one another. For example, which hour is the best virtual hour for the 2 of you to go online to do discussions together? And then that is the most important. And one more thing, which I'm going to reserve towards the last 15 minutes. I'm going to show you the very important tool that you need to use in this second learning contract called the Wiki under Duolingo. So now, please go ahead and talk about your meetings now. How are you going to manage it? Your timeline, your tasks to be accomplished, your action planning, 3 very important things, and then your resources needed. Okay? So you have now 20 minutes to talk to one another. At the end of that, you should be able to come up with enough detail to write your meeting minutes. Okay? Definitely starting from now, on each class, I'm going to give you at least 15 minutes time to communicate with your learning partner about the progress of the work. Alright? Progress of the work in the second learning contract. And of course, I'm here to answer questions. So if you have any question, raise your hand. Thank you, David. Yes. Okay. Well, this man has asked a very good question, and this is a very good question. Okay. You have any questions? Okay. How many topics do they need to do, actually? And as I said, if there are 6 topics here, the difference is you must select one topic from each chunk. There are 6 chunks here, okay? So you must select one topic from each chunk. But the good news is, if you look at the week number 6 chunk, most of them are overlapped with week 5. Okay? So you're actually selecting the distinct chunks. I think it's not more than 9. Okay? Now, in the first learning contract, you need to select a topic, and your partner needs to select a topic. Okay? But in the second learning contract, the game is a little bit different. If there are 7 or 9 distinct chunks, that means altogether you need to do 9 topics. And you have to divide between the 2 of you who's going to do which topic out of 9. Okay? If there are 9, so between the 2 of you, maybe 1 do 5, the other do 4. Okay? So if there are total 9, you have to count. Actually, there are fewer than 9.
就做邊個嘢？
你兩個分咯。
係咯。
你想做邊個？你想做第一層。
我明。跟住就係，但係而家呢個就係呢個差異化。
即係你一個人係咯，
即係。
即係呢3個星期，就你兩個分配咯，邊個做邊個，邊個做邊個，邊個做。
咁呢啲係邊個做嘅？
就係 reading 5 reading 6。
哦，呢啲啊。
係啊，只不過佢 read 好似 reading week 5嗰度 week 5佢有多啲，但係係啊有呢幾個咧重複出現喺 week 6嗰度，有 week 6一共有10個呢個重複㗎嘛，佢同 week 7呢個我就冇啱知邊張佢出嚟，大概有11個多啲。
我哋都要交翻張嗰啲一次過。
反正係喺下一個 learning contract 002交作業之前，就好似分咗嗰個咁咯。
但係咧，即係你話，譬如第一個禮拜係有6份㗎嘛，咁我1份就得嘅，呢個最後一個星期4份先啦。咁但係我 Journal 1，即係我要做今個星期做 Journal 就係1至6嗰度求其做一篇。
唔係我而家做片，第一個星期我做曬片嘅，
即係要做6個 Journal 嘅。
咁樣可以唔緊做，即係時間你自己分工啊嘛。
即係唔係
我話規定話而家個星期就3個片嘅。
係啊，但係佢嗰個佢咧咪上網交一份，即係你上網譬如你有4份 Journal 交嘅。
咁嗰4份 Journal 你到咗最後一齊交翻上去都冇所謂㗎，佢有4個本身計劃有幾分。
即係上次嗰個咧就做4份 Journal，今次咧就做1份 Journal。係我 partner 分開做一份啦，定係我同佢
一齊手喎，
即係每人做一份。
你兩個加埋身。
即係我做，譬如我做7個，我做8，佢做幾4個啦。跟住佢係一個 topic 揀一個，即係呢度裏面總揀一個，即係譬如我揀呢個得，揀呢個。咁如果早啲咧係咪可以？係啊。
分咯，點算啊？你做邊個？你做邊個？邊個分咯？幾簡單嘅嘢。我星期6個啦，咁可能我星期全部曬你。即係一邊可以揀3個，落去俾你啦，呢個俾你啦，呢個簡單啲啫。
我哋嗰條股咁樣寫佢得啦。睇出嗰個3個星期
A 可能做助語啦，呢個文章，即係你成個文章嚟嘅。咁你做完一個章，最重要就係咩咧？你做呢樣嘢嘅時候，你要講呢個責任。係咪有問題最想問？最想問咩 question 呢個？係啦，即係其實嗰啲係最正嘅嘢咯。因為你冇問 questions 咧，其實就你問個 question 但係冇標出嚟，咁你即係好難睇咯。咁就方便咗你自己做嘢啦。呢個 useful information 點解你將我哋嘅目的就做 immediately visible，immediately visible 嗰個就係你 report 嚟講嘅，明唔明先？我頭先所講你明唔明先？即係話咧，你今次嘅 challenge 咧，你嘅 topic 多嘅，係你第一個咧多嘅。我目的就係要推住你識唔識用你嘅時間。OK， 你嘅時間就一定要話俾自己聽，我要第一個嗰啲剛才嘅經驗，我做咗將來通常幾多時間，做完之後擺出嚟 discussion 係幾多時間，咁你就可以計到你今次咧大概要用嘅時間幾多。因為你每次咁樣做完之後，你有個 set 個 time。I'm sorry for those who cannot understand Chinese. I have to speak English. Some of you cannot understand. Because I want to make sure that you are not savoring you out, okay? Because here in the second-level contract, you have to count the number of distinct topics we call chunk, okay? And under each chunk, you need to select those one topic. Okay? I'm repeating the information. So in week number 5, we have 6 chunks. That means from week number 5, 6 topics. But these 6 topics are to be done by your peer. Okay? You do not need to select any of your own. So 6 topics from week number 5, and then if you look at week number 6, there are 5 topics. But out of the 5 topics, maybe 3 is already included in week number 5. So you just need to do 2 more from week number 6. And from week number 7, maybe 2 more because half of week number 6 is already included in week number 7. So my guess is 9 topics, but it's not just 11. Okay, 11. If it's 11, or we just think of 11. That means 11 are the topics that 2 of you here need to get done, including 11 journals. So you can say 5 journals are done by A, 6 journals are done by B, or 5 journals done by A, 5 journals done by B, and 1 journal done by both. It's up to you. So this is how you handle the journal. Now, once you finish 1 journal, that means it's ready for discussion. Okay? So move the journal detail in terms of OIA into the peer discussion forum. Once it's in the peer discussion forum, you must have all the explicit O, all the explicit I, all the explicit A. Remember the feedback I gave you. Because these are the process informations. And you also need to have 3 related references. And then the other partner's job is to make sure for each of the I and A and O, the partner needs to take somehow and elaborate on the discussion to help the person who finished the journal to have a deeper understanding. Now, the interesting thing is, if you finish journal A, that means you're the lead. Your help comes from the partner. If your partner finishes journal B, partner B, your partner is the lead, and you help him or her to finish the discussion, just like the first level contract. Okay? So you have to divide a number of topics among the group. And then when you present the work, you must name who did which journal, who did which journal, so that I can understand the grade. Okay? Because that is very important. So the grade in this learning contract will not be the same for the pair. It very much depends on how each one of the lead persons obtain. Okay? Because that is very interesting. And you must learn how to manage your time. Okay? The worst case is you may not finish all the topic discussion. It's okay, just 10 points. But the most important thing is, through this discussion, through this topic selection, you learn the context already. And there is no need for you to memorize and reproduce it to the extent there's no such thing. You're doing very scholarly discussion. Okay? Now that thing is done. The wrong thing. Do you understand chemistry?
เป็นก็ต้องเป็นความนั้นมันแต่งI think this is not the project yet. So after the discussions, we need to I am not elaborating on the topic yet. We still write the report, okay? Not yet up to the project. The project is almost after the right now we're not doing the project. Do you want to know something about the report this time? Because just like in the first learning contract, you do your journal, right? On your own journal, and then on the peer discussion form of the report. Now, last time we say you write a report for 2 topics, 6 pages. Now, it's impossible for you to write the report for 11 topics, right? It's too much. So, what I would like to suggest, and this is what I have in mind, is if there are 11 topics, again, because after you finish discussions, you just select by the pair, only 2 topics for your report. Okay. Do you see the point? For the report, only 2 topics, but 2 out of 11 you select, okay? That will be very fair, okay? So you do not need to worry much about it. Report is just the same amount of effort. But the only amount of effort that has to enhance is the discussion, right? Last time it was just 2 topics, this time it's 7 topics. All right? Do you need to, oh yes, of course, you also need to provide a proposal, but this time the proposal is not individual, it's based on a pair, okay? So 2 of you just submit 1 proposal, all right? But for the meeting minute, it's free, because this is the first run, and every week later, I will give you at least an occasion to do a meeting like this, okay? Free meeting minutes. So today, you need to discuss, that's why I gave you 20 minutes time to talk about this, and so you have the timeline, you work out the time of convenience and what you need to do. And if I were you, I would go home tonight, finish reading those topics, and I would select a topic and negotiate with my partner and finalize the number of topics. Okay? But make sure you go home and you finish the learning content number 1 student learning experience questionnaire. Okay? Right here on week number 5, P's. This is very important. If you finish that, that means you're giving me a lot of hints on how better a job I can do to facilitate your work. Okay? Here is a very important student experience questionnaire. I very much emphasize that each student should complete it so that you will give me a message of how you feel about the first one, what you believe is better, and then I will integrate improvement into the second and the third learning contract. Okay? It's okay for you? Let me take attendance. Thank you for the excellent questions today. Of course, if you still have a question, you can ask me after these. Cookie, are you here? Cookie? Cookie? Thank you. Tiago? Thank you. Gao Lai? Yes, thank you. Cecilia? Yes. Juliana? Yes. Yat Long? Thank you. Yan? Thank you. Kay? Thank you. Jason? Thank you. Ita? Thank you. Josh? Thank you. Joma? Thank you. Karen? Thank you. Lysandra? Yes. Sapiro? Thank you. Lania? Thank you. Ji In? Thank you. Yong Ling? Thank you. Wing? Thank you. Mario? Thank you. Joe? Yes. Jerry? Thank you. Kenny is not here yet. Richard? Thank you. Davey? Yes, thank you very much. Yes, make sure when you question, you can either send me email or you can ask me directly during the second half hour of each class, okay? Very important. Thank you. It's not going to be too difficult. It's an exercise for you to learn how to manage your time, okay? So that's it for today's class, CISG 114, Section 2, Web Technology and Life, week number 5, on October 18, 2013.